Last day of February 2022, and it's a PSA mail day from cards I sent in a year ago that I'm sure you probably know by now, but PSA had a backlog due to COVID, like a million cards backlog. So they just stopped taking cards, except for a high end. You want to send in a card for $500 to get graded because it's worth, $8,000. They'll take your money. But just for a regular guy sending in bulk, they stopped doing it. So I have 5 vintage cards right here, and we're gonna look at the history of the card and the player, and then we're gonna see the grade together. So what is the first card we have, Hannah?
We have Hudgens, 1928.
What kind of card is it? What's the manufacturer?
Xenon, PCO.
Xenon PCL. Okay, Jimmy Hudgens. Okay, show the card. But you can show them the grade. I'll sit back because I don't want to see it. And then what I'm going to do is I'll edit the actual picture of the card in without the glare. So Xenon baseball cards were a West Coast baseball card that didn't make baseball cards of Major League Baseball players. They made baseball cards of professional baseball players, but from the Pacific Coast League. And when I used to umpire, I umpired people that used to play in that league back in San Diego 25 years ago. Old timers. I umpired 40 and over leagues and 50 and over leagues. So Xenon was not a candy company. They were kind of I don't know what kind of food. They were a snack company. And so they made these cards. And a lot of these players never made the major leagues, so it's the only card they ever got on. This guy was nothing. This guy was just. I bought this card because it was the most beat up card I have ever seen on eBay. I don't even know why I sent it in for a grade. Not really necessarily for a grade, but I did it just for posterity to preserve it because it's just so much character. So this guy did make the major leagues. I think he had a grand total of 11 hits in 3 years. He was a pinch hitter, maybe a pinch runner too. Jimmy Hedgehog. All right. So I got a PSA 1, right? Don't they give it a qualifier on this? MK. Where it must have like a little mark on the back. That they put an MK. Is MK for a mark, right?
Maybe, but it's also like.
Oh yeah.
Old.
Oh yeah. Look at the character of that card, baby. 1927, is it? Oh, 1928. They had just started using black and white photography for these cards. I forget how long these cards were in print for, 30 years maybe. But this is when they first started using black and white photography. All right. I can't believe I got a qualifier on that. But anyhow.
The next one is Ernie Banks, 1955 tops.
Okay. This girl usually saves my good grades for last. Ernie Banks, 1955. It's his second year. 1954 is the rookie Ernie Banks. You're not going to be able to afford that. Or you can afford it. Maybe you can buy one, but good luck justifying that expense to your wife. Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub. He needs no introduction. One of the greatest baseball players to ever play. Did I tell you I met him? I think I mentioned that in a prior video. I met him at the 1978 Baseball All-Star Game. He was doing a PSA before the game during the Fan Fest the day before, and he asked some fans to come out on the field. And I was one of the lucky kids, teenagers, and I was wearing a St. Louis Cardinals hat, and he made me take it off. I still love the guy. So the fact that she's showing this card now and not last means it's probably I'll be lucky to get a PSA too. Did you show the card? Oh, it's sideways. Oh yeah. So a lot of guys, yeah, they were thinking strategically. Look, I cannot afford his rookie card. I'll buy the second year card of all these great players while they're still undervalued. So let's see what I got. 2. Yeah. I mean, this card's rough around the edges, and their grading standards are a lot higher. Look at that beautiful card. Wow. Oh, hey. Who's next? I love this.
Johnny Mize.
Johnny Mize.
1951. Burke Ross.
Burke Ross. Burke Ross was he's a mysterious individual. He went rogue. I think he was speculation is that he was the two major baseball cards were Topps baseball cards, and what year is this? 1951?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bowman. But mostly it was Topps baseball cards. And all of a sudden these Johnny Mize cards came out, 1951, 1952. And they were sports cards. They had like 70 cards, 72 cards, but only 40 baseball players. So they just only put the stars. Johnny Mize was a Hall of Famer, and there was no copyright on the card, so which led many people to speculate that it was just a rogue company illegally using the images of sports players unlicensed. And so it's a rarer card. And Johnny Mize was related to Ty Cobb, and his cousin married Babe Ruth. He was a Hall of Fame baseball player. I'm going to tell you about Johnny Mize. But anyhow, yeah, I'm curious to see. Show the card. It's a great card. That's another sideways card. What a great card, huh? So far, out of these two cards and the one you have, which one is your favorite?
I think this one.
Really? All right. All right, 1951 Burke Ross, Johnny Mize, Hall of Famer. Can't see that. 4! Bro! That's legit. 4? Wow, we're getting up there. That's nudging towards collector's grade right there. Wow, 50. Because these are hard to come by. That's a good card with this logo, this hologram right here. Before this particular darker hologram, there was a lighter one, and then there was like the really, really light one, and then there was none. And the older the labels are, the less strict the standard of grading was with PSA. So if you got this particular logo, that means it's the highest grading standard that they've had in the history of the company. I'm really, really happy with that grade. Wow. How many do I have left?
2.
All right, what do we have?
Minnie Minoso, 1955 Bowman.
Okay, I bought this guy, and I bought Jim Cott, and I bought a few other guys speculating that they might go into the Hall of Fame from the Veterans Committee. And I went like all in on Minnie Minoso. First black player for the Chicago White Sox, Cuban American. He played in the Negro Leagues, and he just got elected by the Hall of Fame Veterans Committee 2022. So I don't know. I may go to the Hall of Fame induction this year in August. That might be my road trip for this year. I just love going there for the induction ceremony. So this card, show this card. He's bunting. Such a beautiful card. Him and Roberto Clemente. I don't know. He was like known for speed. So let me guess. I got a 2, PSA 2. No way! No way, man!
Yeah.
Bro! A 6! A PSA 6! That's great, man. That is great. I thought this had a chance of being an OC qualifier because the thin line across the top, and this is shaped like a TV. It's almost like you're looking at a television and you're watching a baseball player on TV, and the 55 card has got a very thin strip across the top, so it's tough to get this centered. It's actually not even centered, to tell you the truth. But wow, that's great to break out a PSA 6 of a 1955 card the year he gets inducted. I'm pretty psyched by that. Pretty psyched. The other guy I got, which she's going to show you right now, is the 1962 Jim Cott fame. You could show the card. It's decent. I mean, it's I can't remember the condition of this card, but he was a dominant baseball player. What team was he on? Indians, Minnesota Twins. Yeah, Minnesota Twins. Left-hander. Look in the back of the card. Does it show throws left? Throws, say, an L next to throw. He's a left-handed strikeout pitcher. Was he a left-hander?
Yeah, left.
Yeah, left-handed strikeout pitcher for the Twinkies. All right.
What do you want?
She always saves the best for last. Well, she did last time. What do I want? From a 1962, now that he's in the Hall of Fame? I mean, I know you're not going to give me a 7. I don't know, man. If I get a 4 or higher, yo tengo contento corazón, amigo. All right. 7! Bro! Oh, man, I'm getting better at picking these cards raw off of eBay. That's what I do. I look on eBay. I look at the picture. And I think, oh, man, as opposed to when I just buying the card for comedic value, for the character value. But sometimes you look at these cards and they look super, super sharp, and then you send them in and you get a bad grade, and then you look again and you're like, oh. So I take a like a nylon stocking when I have the card. Don't tell anybody this, okay? I don't cheat. It's not cheating, but I buff the card with a piece of like a nylon, and I push out the edges, just sort of smooth it, and I go, just because you never know, it might bump it up that 1.5 point for a grade. So wow, that's a great mail day. PSA 7 on a Jim Cott for 1962. That's fantastic. Hall of Fame 1955 Minnie Minoso Bowman. The Bunty card, absolutely great. Now 1951 Burke Ross PSA 4 all day. I'm really psyched by that. The Ernie Banks, I mean, I would love to have gotten a 3.5, but it is a rough card. It's a rough edges, man. This is a very expensive card. And so I was able to pick it up at a decent price because of the condition. And, hey, that's it. That's almost an iconic card, really it is. And then this is just a preservation card right here. I'm not happy about the qualifier, but, this is my good luck charm right here. Good job, Hannah. All right. Hope you enjoyed. I'm pretty happy with that mail day. Thanks for watching. What?
Yeah.